movies or on Broadway, wherever. Except... Of course I want to be in the pageant, Bubby, I said. I want to sing and dance and perform. You know I do, but... I reached again for the sticky rice, dropping my eyes to the steamer basket, not sure how to finish the sentence. But what, Vivi? I grabbed one of the packets of rice wrapped in a lotus leaf and plunked it on my plate. Then I gently pulled at the corner to open it. Yes, I was stalling. Vivi? Fine, I muttered through a sigh. I'm just not that Jewish. Speak up, Bubala. I said, I looked up at her, I'm not very Jewish. Her eyes narrowed a little. What do you mean? You're Jewish. There is no very. I just don't feel very Jewish. I shrugged. We don't celebrate anything. Dad's not even Jewish. And, well, there's that whole I'm adopted thing. I just don't feel very Jewish. How can I do a Hanukkah number? Bubby put down her chopsticks slowly and reached for her small cup of jasmine tea. She took a drink before returning it to the table. Now she was stalling. Her eyebrows knitted together like she was thinking hard about what she should say. Finally, she looked straight at me with the kind of serious face that made me want to fidget and squirm. That you are adopted has nothing to do with it. You were wanted and instantly loved by your family the second they brought you home. As a baby, you were taken to the mikveh and given a Hebrew name and became as Jewish as if you'd had a Jewish birth mother. You will have a bat mitzvah next year like your brother had a bar mitzvah. And your father not being Jewish does not make you less Jewish. Aviva Libby Davis, you are Jewish. She stared at me until I nodded in agreement. Then she reached for the teapot. But as for your family's lack of observance, well, I wish that was different. Your parents had agreed you kids would be raised Jewish, and I'd hoped that when it came time for Benny to study for his bar mitzvah, your family would have taken it more seriously and not just done the bare minimum. Though I do think your brother was glad he did it in the end. She sighed and shook her head before she met my eyes again and said, But Vivi, you can always celebrate with me. I would love to take you to synagogue for the high holidays next year, or to the Jewish Community Center for dances or programs. If you want to enroll in Jewish Sunday school or go to Saturday morning services, we can do that too. Really? I said, not sure I wanted to go to synagogue for regular services, but it was the first time she'd ever suggested that, and I believed she would take me, even though she didn't normally go every week. And Jewish Sunday school? I hadn't even known that was an option. Benny's bar mitzvah lessons had been mostly online, but going to a place with other Jewish kids might be fun. Of course, Bubby nodded. You just need to say the word. But it has to come from you so your mother doesn't think I'm pressuring you. It's up to you how observant you want to be. But no matter what you decide, you are nonetheless 100% Jewish. She seemed really sure, even though I still had my doubts. Seriously? You think I'm Jewish enough to be in a Hanukkah number in the pageant? I asked, even though I don't really celebrate Hanukkah? She nodded. Yes, of course. I gave her the side eye. Will I get to sing? She grinned as she filled my teacup. I'm counting on it. And dance? I don't know if there will be dancing, but if there is, I fully expect you to dance. Sign up is tomorrow evening at the center. Ask your mother to bring you. I couldn't help it. I jumped up out of my seat and threw my arms around my grandmother. Oh, Bobby, this really...